tell me what to say.
Hi! Welcome to another exciting new episode of Serious Nibbage with B.R.E. Brown and
Gourmet pens.
Gourmet Pens, Gourmet Pens, Gourmet Pens.
We've done a lot of these videos today, so
yes.
we're both a bit tired about
So a
this.
bit tired. But anyway, we keep going like true troopers. Carry on.
I'm sharing my chair with a cat,
Yes,
and she's
okay.
taking up most of the chair, so that's...
So you're pretty much sitting on my lap. Now then,
yeah, pretty much.
we're going to have a talk about this pen. The Platinum 3776. This is the black model. And this one has a music nib.
Yeah!
The hills are alive.
So, first
with
impressions.
The sound of music. My first impressions were very good. This was one of the first fountain pens I bought. And I bought it from the B.R.E. Pen Company, and I had a discussion with Brian. Well, discussion. I asked him, because it is a music nib with 3 tines, is it more flexible than a regular nib? I was really starting out in the fountain pen world at that point, and he said actually it's one of the hardest nibs I sell, but also one of the smoothest. And I agree. I completely concur. So my first impressions were, wow, it's a really hard nib, but also this is a very pleasant and smooth nib. What about yours?
Well, I think the pen is very plain. It's
Black and gold?
yeah, but it's also very, it's like, it feels like a light plastic pen.
It is light and it's also pretty small.
So it reminds me a lot of the Namiki Falcon, the resin version. So it's almost so light that it feels like really light plastic and not like some pen.
It's almost so light that it feels like really light plastic.
My brain is not working anymore. I
stimulate your brain.
Yeah.
Does that help?
To me, it's what you doing? it feels kind of cheap in hand, so I found that a little disappointing. But I was extremely curious about the nib because it's a music nib, and I really have a thing for music nibs. You may or may not know that.
I have noticed that.
So that's my first impressions. That were kind of mixed.
What makes it special? Well, I think nothing really makes this pen special, apart from the fact that it comes with a music nib option, because you have, I'm almost certain you have fine, medium, and broad, but you also have this music nib option, which is rather interesting, I would say, because not every manufacturer offers music nibs. 3 tines, very even and good ink flow, and as you figured out, you can. Well, that's what makes it special. And you can use it completely perpendicular to the paper. What is my writing experience? My writing experience was very good. It's a nice, solid nib. It is 14 karat solid gold, not gold plated. Yes, it is very hard. So there are all of you out there who say, oh, but Finted, no, but 14 karat gold is always extremely flexy. No, it's not. And this is always what I tell people. No, it's not. It really depends on the alloy. And in this case, they apparently used a metal for the alloy that is extremely stiff, because there is no flex, there is no spring, there is nothing. It's really rock hard. However, it's also very, very smooth, and yes, the ink flow is very consistent, and I very much love it. Now, because we're talking about the nib, I should show it to you. This is what the 3-tined 2-channeled music nib looks like. What was your writing experience like?
Well, the pen is comfortable. It is very light. The cap has more of the weight, I think, than the barrel does. So, if you don't like heavy pens, this is actually good. So there's that. The nib is fascinating. Like you said, it is very smooth. It has good flow. It's not a gusher, but it does have consistent ink flow. So I very much enjoy the nib, but I still wonder if, I mean, I guess historically a music nib is supposed to have flex, because that enables a musician to basically draw notes faster. So I kind of wonder where Platinum was going with this, with making it a firm nib.
It really is exceptionally stiff. It's like a nail.
I mean, you can press on it and you're going to get no line variation.
It's very fascinating.
So, but again, if we ignore that it's a music nib, we can think of it as a stub, which it is.
It is a stub.
And in that case, then I feel like it's filling its shoes better. So it is extremely pleasant to write with, and I really do enjoy the line variation you get out of it, natural line variation, not with pressure. And it does really nice things to ink because, of course, it shades it nicely. So my writing experience is pleasant but confusing. But I'm weird.
All right, no, it's just your opinion. What do you love about it? Is there anything you love about it?
Well, I do love the nib. I do find it very nice, and I have this thing where I have like one of everything itis, and I do want like one of every music nib that is out there, you know, from each brand, each company. So I am glad that I've had the experience with.
You're not saying anything.
I'm glad that I've been able to experience this pen, and this pen is almost always inked. So
That's saying a lot.
yes. So despite my confusion about it, I still really enjoy it, and I do love the nib. But that's other than the nib, I find the body plain and unspectacular.
All right.
So
The pen is small. It's a small pen. It's thin and narrow. This borders on what I can use unposted. I really would have to post this to make it comfortable. It is very light. It has the slip and seal mechanism that they do in their caps, platinum, so it should not dry out if you leave it as capped. And that is my experience. You can leave this capped for a bit and it will not really dry out, which is very nice. For me, the kicker is really in the nib here. If I would have this pen with a fine nib, I would probably not use it.
yeah,
But this is a very fascinating nib to use, a very different experience, and it is very smooth. Indeed, no flex, but a very smooth,
you're
nice.
inking your fingers. Don't
writing.
touch your pants.
I am wearing white pants, so I will cap this
Not
and
white,
put
but
my hands.
careful.
well-
White would be very interesting.
They're off white.
They're khaki.
Khaki.
Fine, they're cream.
Yeah, cream is better.
You won't just take your pants off and show them. No.
Oh,
Okay. What do you hate?
Yeah. What do I hate about it? Well, it's small.
It's
It's
small.
small, and I would enjoy it if the nib had a little bit of give to it, because it's very hard. But I still really love the nib. Would you buy it?
Well, it's around $220 US, I believe.
Yeah, I bought it for less. I bought it for something like 160. I think when I got it, but in any case,
For the sole reason that I have this thing that I have to have all music nibs. For that reason, I would buy it.
Alright.
Despite my not super excited about the body.
solid reason.
What? Isn't it?
That's subjective.
Well,
It's an objective.
you know,
criterion.
people collect things, and they collect things that they might not like just because it's part of their collection. And I feel like I would need to have this because I compare music nibs a lot, and I enjoy writing with music nibs for some reason. And this is a music nib, so
So it will fit.
regardless of the reason, it does fit.
As I said, it's an objective criterion.
Yeah, so I would buy it.
All right.
Would you buy it?
I would buy it again, even though it's a small pen. If this could come in an oversized pen, the exact same nib, I would very much enjoy it. Maybe a bit more, but I do like it, even though it's small. So the big question is it or is it not serious nibbage?
I bet I surprised you guys. I bet you were like, "Oh, she's so gonna say no," just
She's
like that.
so gonna say
Yeah.
yes. Having said that, I think it's very interesting. It's mainly for the nib. The pen itself, I don't care for so much.
The body
but
does
nib
nothing
is-
for me, and I wonder if the other colors. There's the blue and the burgundy.
Mhm.
I wonder if they had the same feeling. I don't know. It just feels
It feels
so.
a bit plasticky.
It does because it's so light, and the cap is the heavy part.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's small, so I guess you're supposed to post it, and that's supposed to help balance it. But I don't know. I think if the nib was on a more impressive body, it would make the whole thing a more impressive experience. But since it's not available on a different body, I must settle for this, and then I will take it. Ta-da!
There you have it. What do you think of this pen? Let us know. If you like the video, let us know. Hit the like button. We appreciate it. If you have questions, comments,
He's not reading this
suggestions,
from a script. He's just really weird.
yes. If you have questions, comments, feedback, or suggestions,
Also leave it below.
Also leave it below. I was distracted there for 1 second. If you have pens you would like to see covered in Serious Nibbage future episodes, let us know.
Do you think the platinum with the music nib is serious Nibbage? Do you have one? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's going
Let us
on,
know.
Joe?
Yeah.
Sorry. I think this is going to be the last
It's been
episode.
a long day.
Yeah.
We appreciate that you watched this.
Yes.
We hope to see you next time.
Oh, yeah.
We hope this was useful.
Absolutely. And we'll see you later.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Later.
Yes. Quite. Hello and welcome to another exciting new episode of Serious Nibbage with B.R.E.
No, I'm not ready. Stop. Try it again. Sorry.